Who doesn't love pizza? What if we could bake a much healthier and tastier version of it right at home? Let us learn how to bake it in an oven and see how it can be done perfectly over a gas flame if we don't have an oven. So let's get cooking. In lukewarm water, add sugar and yeast and give it a good mix. Set this mixture aside for 10 to 15 minutes to get the yeast activated. If you don't see any froth or bubbles after 15 minutes, there's no point in proceeding further. Add this yeast mixture to the whole wheat flour, add olive oil and salt. And now starts the hard work. This dough needs to be worked upon really hard for about 15 minutes. You could also use an electric beater if you want to. Now there's always a tendency to add more flour since the dough feels very sticky, but we must curb this craving and keep working on the dough with slapping and rolling method. It will slowly start getting together. After 15 minutes of workout, cover it with a bulging lid and leave to ferment for 1 to 2 hours in a warm place. The dough must have well fermented and doubled in size by 2 hours. On pressing the dough, it sinks and does not spring back, and it is full of air bubbles. This means a good texture. Punch and knock the dough for another 3-4 minutes and roll out into balls. Let us prepare our gas oven now. Take a wide-mouthed, thick-bottomed utensil, be it a kadai or a patila. Add salt to it, about half of a packet, and then place a steel stand over it to raise its height. Cover with a tight lid and heat on high flame for about 10 to 15 minutes. Over to the dough now. Pinch out an orange-sized ball. Roll it by tucking the edges onto the bottom. Using little dry flour, spread the dough over using your fingers. Rolling pin isn't usually recommended because it will only deflate the dough, resulting in a hard crust, which we don't want. Smear a little olive oil on the steel plate or a pizza plate if you have. Place the rolled out dough over it and tuck the dough edges on the side of the plate. Then pick it all over with a fork. This is called docking and it will prevent any puffing up of the pizza in the oven. Our gas oven is nicely preheated for 15 minutes. Carefully place the pizza plate onto it and cover with the lid. Let it bake on high flame for 10 minutes. Let me show you another pizza that would go into an OTG. After olive oil smearing, fork pricking, this would be baked at 220 degrees centigrade for 10 minutes. The base is out of our gas oven. Let's top this up. Spread some pizza topping. Then goes in some cheese, your choice of vegetables, pizza seasoning, and then cheese again. It would be again baked for 8 to 10 minutes depending on the type of crust you like. Let's compare the results of an OTG baked pizza and a gas baked one. This one was oven baked, easy to cut through and has a crispy base. The gas baked one is slightly softer on the top but is equally crispy at the base. Both of them have thin crunchy crusts, light and airy centers and soft cheesy tops. I couldn't appreciate much difference in them and I would score them equally. It's your turn to try a hand at pizza now. Please do let us know if you liked this recipe. Thank you for watching.